right, my people. We are here with Do Your Homework with Tito on Puntology. And today we have a very special guest, Big June. You may know him by Big June. So yeah, we're here today. And yo, this is an honor, man. For real, for real. It's like I'm trying to not be starstruck, because we on the air already, but it is what it is. We here. Big June, how you doing, man? How's everything? It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, but thanks, man. It's a blessing to be able to be a part of this platform, Puntology, and a great privilege, to have you interviewing me. And
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
um, a lot of people might not know, but we are family, so
Yep.
it even makes it better.
Hmm.
What I mean, more exciting and just excited, man. It's very it's an honor.
Yes. All right. I appreciate it. I appreciate you for actually accepting the interview. So yeah. All right. My first question is right. All right. We all know, you were a little kid when you started playing music, and when I mean a little kid, we talking about a little kid, like maybe 8, 9 years old, because I remember seeing a Garifuna kids picture where y'all all wearing purple, and you're like the
Yeah.
baby there, or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. So first question: how old were you when you picked up your first instrument?
Well, like several other musicians that grew up in families of musicians like
Mm-hmm.
yourself,
Mm-hmm.
um, my dad, when I was born, already had groups. And my house
Okay.
in Brooklyn was like the epicenter of where a lot of groups were born,
Okay.
and where a lot of groups even used to rehearse. That maybe groups that weren't um, my dad wasn't a part of.
Okay.
So at that time, I'm an '80s baby. I was born in 1980.
Ooh. Okay.
So
Wow. Right on 1980.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I think I grew up being around a whole bunch of instruments because my house in the basement, that's where the groups used to rehearse.
Okay.
So, but con-
Which groups? Which? Sorry to cut you off. Which groups were rehearsing there?
La Buga Boys used to rehearse there.
Oh wow.
Marconi Star,
Okay.
Grupo H started there. Tribu Garifuna started there. Eduardo Ballesteros y su grupo, Cho,
Mm.
started there.
He actually
Uh,
had a band.
yeah,
Okay.
he had a band.
Interesting. Okay.
There was another group, Generación Catracha. It
Oh
was it
wow.
was more for the Indian crowd
Okay.
that my dad was with. Also, Garifuna Kids,
Hmm.
Garifuna Legacy. All those groups started in my basement.
Oh wow.
Um, there might be some other ones that's skipping my mind right now, but
Hmm.
those were the main ones.
Okay.
But yeah, consciously playing an instrument. It was between 5 and 6 years old.
Okay.
So I'm talking about 85, 86.
Oh wow.
Yeah, roughly around that time.
Okay. So what instrument was it that you first played?
Um, the drums was my first instrument officially that I played,
Okay.
but I played percussion, completely percussion.
Okay.
I'm talking about tambora, merenguera,
Oh wow.
um, congas,
Okay.
timbales. My advantage was that I had all the instruments in my house. So when my dad's band used to go play,
Mm-hmm.
and after the performance, they used to unload the instruments.
Okay.
They used to rehearse on Thursdays. So on Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
I used to go downstairs and set up the whole band.
Oh wow. Okay.
So when my dad would come from work on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
and he would just go because my dad to this day he rehearses every day.
Okay.
He doesn't play anymore, but he still rehearses piano every day. He
Oh,
rehearses saxophone. He's still active.
oh wow.
You know, getting better, perfectioning his talent.
Okay.
So even though he didn't have rehearsal, he would still go
Mm-hmm.
downstairs prepare the scores for the songs and all that stuff.
Wow.
So I used to go down there and have everything set up so by the time he get home,
Okay.
and I'll start playing everything, a little bit of everything.
Oh wow.
But there was a time, and this is another story.
Mm-hmm.
There was a time the tamborero
Mm-hmm.
he used to take his tambora with him.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
what I did, I used to get a box of we had some boxes of beers there, empty boxes of beers,
Uh-huh.
because my house was, like I said, an epicenter. So they used to, on Thursdays after rehearsal,
Mm-hmm.
my parents used to sell beers and soup, food.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? People used to come over and see the band rehearse, and it was a big thing there,
Mm-hmm.
in those years. So we had a whole bunch of boxes of beer. So what I did, I used to put a tape
Mm-hmm.
of merengues or whatever my parents had, and I used to play the tambora on a Heineken box.
Oh wow.
And
Interesting.
that's how I used to jam by myself and playing the music and jam by myself. And then I
Mm.
go to another instrument and put a tape and
Uh-huh.
play along with it.
Oh
And
wow.
that's how I learned how to play different genres and fall
Mm-hmm.
in love with different genres. So, but the percussion was my main section, starting with drums.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Wow. So when all of this, all right. So if you were born in '80, I'm assuming everything you're talking about happened from I would say 1980 to like what 87,
Yeah,
88.
exactly.
Okay. So now you're like about 8 years old, probably going on 9. So what year did the original Garifuna Kids come about?
Um, the original Garifuna Kids, we started roughly, I think, between 88 and 89.
Wow.
88 and 89. And the thing was that, you see, there's different, you might hear two different stories
Okay.
about how Garifuna Kids started.
Mm.
The original Garifuna Kids.
Mhm.
Because at that time, Julian,
Mhm.
Don Julian, that everybody knows him as Don Julian now,
Mhm.
Julian used to play with my dad's group, which was Eduardo Ballesteros y su grupo.
Interesting.
So Julian, obviously, he's not. He used to play with my dad,
Mhm.
but he's gonna be closer to me because I'm the kid. I'm the younger
Yeah.
one, and Julian was young. He was,
Mhm.
So we used to always talk, and Julian knew I was already a musician. I already played.
Okay.
So he was like, "Man, I would like for us to make a group.
Mhm.
Youngsters. You know what I'm saying? I think I remember him telling me, I ain't nothing wrong with the old bands, but just have a young group of young guys.
Mhm.
So I was like, yeah, that sounds good. He's like, I got a few guys. I know a few guys that we could probably get together.
Mm.
Which those few guys
Mhm.
was Eddie, Linky, my cousin Coco,
Mhm.
and Tito.
Oh wow. Basically the original Garifuna
Tito
Kids.
and
Yeah.
Tito and Tony.
Okay.
Tony
Okay.
Tony was basically one of the singers, but Tony came in a little bit after. But
Okay.
um, that ended up being the original crew. But Linky, Eddie,
Mhm.
and Coco used to already rehearse in, I think, in Eddie's house.
Oh wow.
Yeah, in Bronzeville.
I
So
never knew
so
that.
they already like a little crew.
Okay.
And Julian used to be go along with them.
Mhm.
But I was like the outsider.
Oh, okay.
But it was a benefit for them because I had all the equipment.
Mm. I
I
see it now.
I had the space for rehearsal. I had
Mhm.
all the instruments. So Julian gave the idea to my dad, and my
Okay.
dad was like, "Yeah, it sounds good." So we came together and
Mhm.
we made my dad the manager.
Oh wow. Of Garifuna Kids.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Mhm.
at that time my dad was transitioning. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't Eduardo Ballesteros. It was
Mhm.
through Garifuna.
Tribu Garifuna. Okay.
It was through Garifuna already at that time. So what
Mhm.
happened is that my dad was busy with Tribu Garifuna, and really wasn't a manager material.
Mm.
He's an excellent musician and
Mhm.
director and leader, but
Understandable.
being a manager is a whole different ballpark.
Yeah.
So he really couldn't give us what I didn't know anything
Mhm.
about it,
Yeah.
but they had a different they knew what they wanted.
Okay.
But obviously they older. I was the youngest member.
Mhm.
So I just followed what everybody said.
Yeah.
So we started rehearsing. We just started rehearsing. They already had some songs that they were working on,
Okay.
and we just went with that. We started getting a little, like 3 or 4 songs together,
Wow.
and that was our set.
Okay.
Um, and that's how we started. That was the original crew.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, next question. So now that all right, y'all did all of that, and Don Julian basically brought everybody together and stuff like that. So now, how did Garifuna Kids team up with Roaches brothers?
Okay, in 1990,
Mm-hmm.
my mother took me out of the band.
Oh wow! In 1990.
Yeah, my mother took me out of the band because I was messing up in school.
Hmm.
So she took me out of the band, which was very, very difficult for me.
Yeah.
It was very, very difficult because at that time as well, Tribu Garifuna hit the road.
Hmm.
They went on tour.
Oh wow! And I'm assuming your dad was in Tribu
Yeah.
Garifuna.
So
Okay.
I didn't have anybody to play with. Everything was back to school, but I was in rebellious mode.
Wow.
So I was going to school, but just being see, because the thing is that um, I was going to school, but I really didn't want to be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that
Mm-hmm.
was in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm under my mom's guidance and leadership. So I tried to do the best I could at that time in school.
Yeah.
Um, and in a few years passed.
Mm-hmm.
The band went through some transition.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have a drummer, so what they did, they went to look for Onang,
Oh wow.
which Onang is my cousin as well.
Okay.
Onang Benedict.
Onang, Onang.
Yeah.
Shout out to Onang.
Yeah.
Giriga Impacto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's blood right there too. So
Okay.
I remember one time I went to Van Cortlandt with my mother,
Mm-hmm.
and they were playing.
Garifuna kids.
They were playing. They got on. First Sabadaba was playing, and they got on with First Sabadaba.
Okay.
You don't know how bad I felt.
Wow.
I felt so jealous. I felt sad because I was thinking that's my group. I mean, not mine as I own it,
Yeah.
but I'm a part of that team.
And you're 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm very passionate about what I do, and I've always been passionate because that's my discipline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My dad installed that in me.
Wow.
So I was so upset at the situation, at the circumstance, but not at them.
Yeah.
Cause and I heard and they stopped using the drum machine at that time.
Oh.
Onang was playing pulmon,
Okay.
acoustic.
Mm-hmm.
But they sounded different. It wasn't the Garifuna kids style, because no, we didn't use drum machine because I didn't use. When we started, we didn't use drum machine.
Okay.
So they started using the drum machine at that point. When I saw Onang playing, that's when they started using the drum machine.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, why are they using the drum machine? Because at that time, the only ones that were using the drum machine was Ubo.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Mando Ballesteros, and it wasn't something that we really liked doing because I was a good drummer. Right?
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You know what I'm
Interesting.
So playing with a drum machine wasn't really, to me at that point. I didn't accept it yet.
Yeah, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was a full blown drummer.
Mm-hmm.
My teachers were Darío Bengochea and Galo.
Come on,
You
man.
know what I'm saying? So I had the best drummers.
Yeah, those are great drummers, by the way.
I had the best drummers teaching me, and that's how I learned.
Wow.
And you hear my style is a little bit of both of them, of both of those guys, and me making my own type of style, which to this day a lot of drummers play my style.
Oh wow.
And they might not know it because a lot of kids are nowadays playing that way, and they don't know where that style came from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But all of that stuff is what I brought to the table.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Just like how everybody plays like Kelvin.
Yeah.
From Gifted, but nobody really understands who taught him, which was a mixture of Tattoo and Dongwiti and stuff like that. Yeah, interesting.
And shout out to Kelvin as well because that's my boy. I think I was one of the first one or the first one to take him on the road.
Oh wow!
I took him with me with Casabe for a time.
Okay.
And I was able to teach him a lot of stuff, and he's a very very good musician.
Yes.
Very smart, intelligent. So I send him my love and my shout outs.
Yes.
So at that time they transitioned to Onang, but then after that, Onang leaves the group because I think he went back to Fuerza Brava.
Oh, okay.
He went back to Fuerza Brava. So Garifuna Kids basically just got lost.
Okay.
You barely heard about them.
In 1990.
Yeah, like after 91, 92.
Oh wow. Okay.
So in 93, 92, 93, the Roaches brothers show up at my house to speak to my mother.
Wow.
I was already in bed. I was already in bed because I had to go to school the next day. At this time, I'm already 12, 13 years old.
Okay.
So they showed up at my house and they went to speak to my mother. That they wanted me back in the group. I don't know how long they were in my house, but these guys were very convincing. My mother let me go to the group, and she sentenced them. She was like, anything happens to my son is on you guys.
Oh wow.
They had my birth. They had everything. They were my tutors basically.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Brothers, I became like their little brother, their kid.
Okay.
And to this day, that relationship is still the same.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually, Dennis Roaches is my compadre. He's the godfather of my two youngest kids.
Oh wow. Okay.
So
interesting.
And he's married to my cousin as well. So
okay.
We connected.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So shout out to Roaches brothers because all of them, all of the brothers, always treated me as their little brother,
Yeah.
and no one's perfect. They've made a lot of mistakes, but we touched that
Mhm.
point later. But
Yeah.
they were at the house. They went to the house to speak
Mhm.
on behalf of the whole band
Mhm.
and as representatives,
Okay.
as managers, the new managers. So that's how they get my mother gave them the okay,
Mhm.
and I came back into the group.
Okay.
So that's how the relationship started with the Roaches. But I didn't know them.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't know them.
Oh, wow.
The way they got involved is because Herman Roaches
Mhm.
is married to Linky's cousin.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So with Linky, they had that connection. So Linky went and spoke to him and, asked
Interesting.
them if they
Okay.
were interested or whatever, and they accepted the challenge
Mhm.
because they
Okay.
didn't have any experience in that either. They were
Oh,
all in
okay.
different things.
Wow.
They accepted the challenge.
Okay. So what made you guys accept that so easy, knowing that they don't have the experience like that, and here's just a group of brothers that are trying to learn are trying to learn how to manage a group
Well,
or
I
whatever.
think I think for them, because they were the one that went to look for them and accepted them as their managers at first,
Okay.
because I wasn't in the picture yet.
Okay.
I think that was out of this the desperation
Mhm.
of wanting so much to be able to formalize the group and do something,
Okay.
because no one had any financial resources.
Mm.
Linky only had his own base that his parents had bought for him.
Okay.
Um, Eddie had one conga,
Oh, wow.
uh, and I was the only one that had all the instruments at the beginning.
Okay. Okay.
But being that Tribu Garifuna left on tour, my
Mhm.
dad took all the instruments.
Oh, okay.
So I was basically left with only a drum set.
Oh, wow.
I only had my drum set. That's what my dad left me.
Oh, okay.
Um, uh, so they needed support. They
Yeah.
needed some type of support
Okay.
and some type of guidance. So they got that with the Roaches brothers, and
Mhm.
the Roaches brothers they some very very smart
Yeah.
men.
Mhm.
Um, and they see things in a big form,
Okay.
bigger than what they saw everything in the big sizes.
Wow.
We didn't see things in big sizes.
Basically, the way things happened, that's how they saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they did everything big,
Mhm.
big. Everything was they challenged us.
Okay.
They challenged us to do things.
Mm.
And they installed a lot of things in us.
Oh, wow.
From discipline. For me, it wasn't too bad because I was already coming from a disciplined
Mhm.
background.
Okay.
I was already a musician in comparison to the rest of them.
Okay.
But everybody has talent. The
Yeah.
whole crew, that was a killing crew.
Yeah.
We all had talent.
Mhm.
And at that time, Eddie wasn't the singer. Eddie was the conga player.
Oh, okay.
And he sang stuff, but he
Mhm.
wasn't the singer.
Okay.
And then he got into bass and got into other stuff, along with Linky. Afterwards, got into piano.
Mhm.
And actually, when Linky started playing, he didn't play the way he plays now. He used to play like this, da, 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 with
Oh,
one
okay.
finger.
Well, one finger. Oh,
And my
wow.
dad was the one that taught him how to play the other way.
Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Mhm.
it's a lot of things. My dad taught.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people call him maestro. He taught a lot of people stuff,
Okay.
and to this day, he still teaches me stuff.
Oh, wow.
So that's a blessing.
My
But
next question
that's the
was-
way things happen with the Roaches.
Okay. Yeah. And my next question was, were you satisfied with their management strategies?
At that time, we weren't, because, like I said, we were in rebellious mode. Everybody was rebellious.
Yeah.
Because we young and we want something.
Okay.
We want this. We had so much energy
Mhm.
within us that we just wanted to perform. That's all we were thinking about. Let's go perform. Let's go perform.
Yeah.
If you hear the stories from back then, we used to perform and just get paid $5.
What? Garifuna kids.
When we started, we used to get $5 and go downstairs and spend it right in cuchifritos. That's it. But we were the happiest people on this planet.
Wow.
We used to play in my aunt's club, Patitas.
Okay. Yeah, that's on Prospect. I remember
Yeah.
Tia Patita. Yep.
We used to play. We used to play there almost every weekend, every Saturday, every other Saturday,
Uh-huh.
and we started building a name there.
Oh, wow.
We played in different places as well, but there were times that the parties were empty.
Oh, wow.
And we used to $5 each, or $10 or $20.
Uh-huh.
We used to load the truck,
Mhm.
go down them long steps, right next door to Cuchifritos. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Capurria, drink, whatever. Yo, that's it. We out.
The value meal.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we was happy, and all, and when the ones that lived in Brooklyn, we would be inside because we had a truck.
Okay.
We'd be inside the truck with the instruments in the back.
Oh wow.
Yeah, when they got home, just up the door of the truck, and I get out of my house. Yeah,
That's.
yeah. Everybody, the ones that lived in the Bronx, well, they find their way home, or we'll drive them
Mm.
home or whatever.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I was. They had reasons for the way they managed the group because they also had a mission,
Mhm.
and one of them was to make us the best band ever.
Okay.
Not only musically,
Mhm.
but as well as presence wise. They taught us how to be artists.
Yeah.
They taught us how to respect ourselves and carry ourselves as
Mhm.
artists. We traveled so much, so many times. We went all over the place.
Wow.
Um, they taught me how to be very responsible with my instruments, with a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Uh,
Shout
they,
out to the Roaches
yeah,
brothers. Yeah.
they taught me how to worry about my job first, and then you do whatever you have to do. But worry about
Wow.
your stuff first. Get your drums in its place. Put it where you got to go.
Mhm.
Pack up, and then if they wanted to, they'll let me chill with the rest of them. If not, I had to go to my room
Oh wow.
because I was underage. So
Oh
while
okay.
everybody else is with girls or whatever,
Uh huh.
June, I'm like, yo, let me go. Like, no fregues, va tu cuarto.
Oh
You know?
wow.
Like, let's go, because they used to call me Fat Boy. Like,
Okay.
let's go, Fat Boy. No.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I'd be like, damn, all right, cool. But they taught us that.
Mhm.
So if any of us from Garifuna kids learned or have that artist attitude and knowledge,
Yeah.
is because they taught us that.
Wow.
We learned a lot of stuff from other areas, but they were the main ones that had hands on.
Okay. Okay.
So a lot of strategies and things that they did weren't the best,
Mhm.
but obviously at that time, looking back, I'd be like, yeah, what they did was actually the right thing
Yeah.
in certain things. And other
Okay.
things they messed up, but
Mhm.
in a lot of, they did more. It had a lot of positive stuff in us.
Mhm.
Installed a lot of positive stuff in us than bad.
Okay.
So, like I said,
Interesting.
no one's perfect, and they made mistakes, but as well as we
Yeah.
made mistakes too. So,
Okay. Another question I had. All right. So now, um, all right, when it came to your uniforms, right? I feel like Garifuna kids had some interesting uniforms. Like, sometimes y'all will have either a hockey team or basketball, or y'all would get the spray paint shirts. Now, who from the group was into like, fashion and them kind of things that leaded y'all to get y'all uniforms that way?
all the fashion came from Linky, Eddie, and Coco.
Oh wow.
It came from them three.
Okay.
I really didn't have a say so because
Mhm.
those are my older brothers.
Okay.
So I followed them for everything.
Yeah.
If Eddie bought a new pair of boots or something like that, I was like, yeah, I gotta get something like that.
Yeah.
And I'll find a way and save up my money, or
Mhm.
from a tour that we did to LA or whatever.
Mhm.
When I got paid, or I get back to
Yeah.
New York, I'm buying those pair of boots. Something like
Okay.
that. So I would follow them.
Oh
But
wow.
them three had the style. So
Okay.
the Roaches brothers really didn't get too involved in our image.
Okay.
They made sure we look good,
Mhm.
but they really didn't fight us on that.
Okay.
Like, no, y'all gonna dress like this. And no, they didn't do that.
I could tell.
Yeah.
And you know how I can tell that? Because y'all live shows, right? I could tell y'all live shows what you just told me about Linky, Eddie, and Coco being the ones on top of the fashion. I know that when it came to the live shows, it was like that because if you pay attention to both album covers that y'all all on, y'all don't have any uniforms
Yeah.
on. It's just like
Yeah.
everybody just has on,
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
And I think one person in the first album has on the actual Penguins jersey that y'all used to
Yeah,
wear.
I have it.
Oh, you
I
do?
have it
Oh,
on.
okay, okay, or whatever. So
I have
yeah.
it on. And the thing is that album has two different covers.
Oh, okay.
The first album
Okay.
has two different covers. They redid the cover after we went to Honduras because
Okay.
the album came out, and where we
Mm-hmm.
launched the album was in LA.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So on the way to the airport,
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing the whole bunch of cassettes
Okay.
in the van,
Mm-hmm.
and we get to LA. They said everything. It was an incredible experience.
Wow.
So the album cover was red.
Oh.
It was red, and we were, I
Mm-hmm.
forgot the way we were dressed, but yeah, we were in some street in Manhattan. We were like
Okay.
in a corner of the street, but we weren't complete because I don't know if Eddie wasn't at the photo shoot. Yeah, Eddie wasn't there,
Okay.
so they had to like Photoshop him in. It really didn't look right. So,
Okay.
so after Honduras, I guess the Roaches brothers received some kind of advice from somebody, a marketing person or whatever,
Okay.
public relations or something like that, because we had all that in Honduras,
Okay.
and they redid the album cover with pictures that we took in Honduras.
Oh, okay.
So that picture that's on the yellow cover, that's in Trujillo.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's why I have the uniform on, because we were on our way back. I think we were going to Limon or somewhere to play, and it was in madrugada. It was in the morning.
Yeah.
So I just put the uniform shirt on. I think we used that same uniform the night before. I think I don't remember, but I think that wasn't a uniform anymore. So I just had the shirt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it probably wasn't a uniform anymore. So that's why I probably had it on. So.
Okay. Wow.
Challenger, got my bass, yeah.